Hi, welcome back to MS Mead. My name is Samuel. If you're returning, thank you. If this is your first time, let me know what you think of what we're doing here in the comments below. And thank you for joining us. Today, we're doing a methylene. The word methylene is a compound word with Welsh roots. Almost blew that. The first part means physician. The second part means fluid and or liquor. Considering we're going to be doing a hibiscus meads, that fits right in the par. Sometimes it's called a melomel because it's kind of hard to tell hibiscus from grapes at times. If someone doesn't tell you, hey, you're messing with flowers and herbs, you swore somebody stepped on these with their feet. That's enough for running my mouth. Let's get down to business and see how it's made. Today, we're going to be starting in the kitchen, not upstairs in the mead room, because we're boiling some water so that our main character, or at least one of our main character, the 1 pound, 3 ounces of hibiscus gets to steep for a while. Our next main character is going to be 12 pounds of honey. I had to think about that for a second. Our other main character is a three-way party. It's Premier Classic. It great fruit flavors. We have an array of support staff. Go Firm, Ferment, even some yeast halls that's going to be supporting that. We got the star of the show, Star Sand. It's going to make sure that it's drinkable when we all get finished. 5 gallons of water. And I'm going to let this steep and I'll be right back to you. But taking a step back before we go any further, we're going to proof our yeast. We're going to start off with a little Go Firm, which is basically yeast vitamins. We're going to use about a quarter teaspoon. Boom. It doesn't break down. I've tried. And we're going to use a package and a half of Premier Classic. The half the package, I like to add in when I go over the 5 pound mark. And we're definitely have a little bit more water than just 5 gallons. So voila. We're going to let that sit and do its thing and give us proof of life. But in the meantime, we started with 5 pounds of honey. We're going to pour in a few gallons of water and we're going to get this all mixed up. While that water is still getting up to temperature, we'll put in about a gallon, gallon and a half, something that I can control. Break this honey down. Right now, we're going to use the short paddle because it's not that much in there. We're not going to be trying to be too careful because we want as much oxygen mixed in at this moment as humanly possible. Oxygen, very vital part of the whole process. As a mentor of mine would say, if you think that has been mixed good enough, mix it again for another minute, even up to 2. I'll be back after this is mixed up. Now that we have the majority of the honey mixed up, we added another gallon of water. We just want to just scrape everything around. The word is oxygen, oxygen, oxygen. And just for FYI, there is no dog. Yes, the bucket gets its own stirring pad, keeps everything stable, not sliding over the wall. So no doggy, just a stable base. And we're putting in 5 grams of fermental and a tablespoon of yeast hulls. I know it's a little excessive, but you always like to take care of your kids so they can produce the best that they can do and make you a proud parent. And back to the stirring. I feel like that fish. Just keep stirring, just keep stirring. Oxygen is your friend. Say it out loud. Oxygen is your friend. I think I've been doing this at least 4 minutes on and off the camera. You can prevent a stall just by putting more oxygen in it right off the beginning. Now, with that said, you can dump the honey in there, not stir one bit, and it will work. You may not get an adequate reading on your ABV, but if you don't care about that, you're good. And now for the residue. All the liquid that's going into this bucket is a total of 5 gallons, slightly plus, so we can get an adequate reading. And a shout out, this is light amber honey, grade A, harvest value. Got it from the chef store. This is a very rich tasting honey. It's going to complement the hibiscus going in and on the backside too. Okay, here comes the pour. The hibiscus that's been steeping for about 25 minutes, so I basically let it do its thing. Now let's separate everybody. One thing you really need to understand is that hibiscus will stain anything. And here I am with a white shirt on. So be aware when you're doing this at your own risk. Okay. We're getting every last bit of this. Mostly for taste. Second, hibiscus is not cheap. It's going to fulfill its destiny just like the yeast is. Every single cell. Okay. So far, we're hanging at 90 something degrees. You don't want to put your yeast into anything. Me personally, I say 110. A lot of other people say 120, but 110 is the maximum. I prefer under 100 because you will kill your yeast. We got everybody in except for the last little bit of water that we're going to pour very, very gingerly because I've come out so far unscathed by the great mighty staining power of the hibiscus, but you know how it is. That last 5 yards and your shoestring trips you up. All right. The temperature so far, oh, we're going down to the 80s. Even better. Voila. And now for the magic mic. We have proof of life. I really should have took a reading before, but we do it afterwards. And we're back to the let's keep stirring moment. Again, oxygen, good. Do not want to drop that anywhere. And now, let's take a measure. But before we do that, more oxygen. My hands are soaking wet, but I just dipped everything in Star Sand again, even though it was pre-dipped. Can't overdo Star Sand. Let's see what our gravity is today. By the way, this is a 6.5 gallon bucket. If you're going to do 5 gallons, you want a 6-gallon bucket. If your fermentation gets a little happy about itself, it won't be blowing off the rims. Gravity for today is 1.080. Respectable, 11%. And since everything has been sanitized, we're not wasting this. It's going right back. Okay, we're finished. You may notice that there's nothing in my airlock. Quick lesson to learn: if you have a flexible container that's going to be moving up and down as it goes to the storage room, it will suck the product down. I've learned that one. When I get there, It either gets bourbon or star san. By the way, we are in August. This is going to be part of the stuff I'm going to be giving away during the Christmas holidays. This blueberry habanero pineapple with a special sauce and classic. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. See you next time. Oh, next time I'll see you, we'll be checking this, see if it's finished, racking, letting it sit until probably the 1st of December. Ciao.